I was gonna say, these are all the albums that were recorded here, right? This is where Joan Jett and the Blackhearts.
Yep, and Amy Winehouse.
And Amy Winehouse recorded here in Seattle.
Chicago.
A lot of people don't know that.
A lot of people don't know that.
You know, whatever Chicago album that is, which I'm assuming is the first one. So there have been a couple changes to the studio since we were here a year and a half ago?
Year and a half ago, yeah. I'm not going to say the changes are for the better. How else do you use a needle nose plier? Obviously, this is so much better than a padlock.
Yeah, clearly.
Or anything, really.
So I saw a crystal on top of a speaker.
That is a nice touch.
There's crystals on speakers. I was going to put a crystal on Dan's drum. I'll do that tomorrow to make sure that he has, positive vibes.
I'm bringing some sage.
Yeah, we'll bring some sage. That's one thing. I'm going to say, that is one thing about this place. I'm amazed there's no weed smell at all. Or patchouli or anything. It just, nothing. This place seems like it would smell dank.
There's no lights. That's nice.
Well, there are lights. We just don't know how to turn them on.
Yes.
Because there's no switch.
There are no switch. There are remotes with no batteries.
But there's a bunch of cacti around.
There are cacti. There are crystals. There are lots of keyboardy things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the crystals are good. I think they're not. You said they're just sort of laying around everywhere.
Yeah.
I think they're placed in positions of power.
And there's plants here now.
If you stand equidistant from all the crystals, Eric, your chi will open up.
Crystal there, here. You're right. It was all right there on the bass.
So, crystal. Wait.
Bits are rolling.
All right.
You want to give me a
tempo? What's that?
Tempo head.
We're just gonna have fun. We're just gonna go out there and have some fun.
Let's go out there.
It's like beer league.
May the best team win, guys.
It's like beer league hockey. It's good. It'll be fun.
All right.
They got some more artwork on the walls, I've noticed. I'm trying to make heads or tails of this one.
Let's be fair. It's just a bunch of dudes who run this place. So why isn't there actual porn on the walls? And if you're going to put that shit up, just put porn on the walls.
I have our new album cover.
Without the singing, it's really hard.
It is, yeah.
I think you cut just half short down that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't do the dee-dee-dee-dee. The third time you hear me do that, that's
yes, I know. I need to just fix things. I need a little more bass in my life over here.
I don't think I'm in. Here we go.
All right.
Let me tune real quick.
Tempo-wise, did it feel normal?
I think so. It's kind of hard for me to play a song hearing Chris.
You're not used to hearing it.
I mean,
I get it.
well, it's like your guitar part.
I get it.
It's like your guitar part's so it's so distorted. Mine part is completely do. Yeah, it's like this, but. I mean,
it's dream pop, Eric.
Well, it's like the same. I have the same problem playing it live too. I'm I just turn away from you.
Yes.
I can't listen.
I mean, that's pretty typical.
Okay.
Just like the audience.
Yeah.
Just like the audience.
Right.
Let him in, Chris. Let him in.
Nice.
Is that our first Doors reference on a making of? No. No, definitely not.
What about that song where we just went, Mr. Mojo Rising?
I got a great song, guys. My wild love came. She wrote all the day. Okay.
Should tell you guys a little song.
We don't have any songs about deserts. What?
Yeah. We need to go out to the
Or
desert
frogs.
and record a song about a desert.
All right.
Chris, how many of those shrooms did you put in my sandwich?
3 whole ones, and then a pretty, like 2/3 of another. So like almost 4.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, recording is boring, and so I thought I'd spice things up a little bit.
Yeah, did I do anything stupid while we were recording? I don't know.
Once you
I
put
mean,
your clothes,
other than her playing.
as soon as you put your clothes back on, it was totally fine. But like, there was a
Stretch there.
look. I've been saying this is kind of. I want this to be our psychedelic record. So I thought that would be good. There's also I have the sitar guy is coming in tomorrow.
Okay.
So just play it cool.
Brain stick.
Yeah, what's his name? What's the sitar guy's name?
Well, he goes by many names.
He's a traveler. He's a traveler.
Not all who wander are lost, Eric. It's difficult to do this without singing.
Yep. We can try to sing.
It's just the problem is it bleeds into like all the fucking microphones.
Yeah, but then you just you put the actual vocal part on, and then
Super
it's like,
loud.
It's like the Rolling Stones, right?
Just like the Rolling Stones,
Stones.
Yes.
All right.
I didn't know what you were doing there.
Something about that hyper fuzz, like Jesus Christ, there's just the treble on it is cranked up.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. I can't listen to him when I play this song. It's really distracting to hear that part. What's this all about?
It's a very rattly window, and I don't feel like I play at high volumes, but people keep telling me I play at high volumes, and the window on the sound isolation booth was rattly. So I found that if I taped this pillow to it, it didn't rattle. Problem solved.
Problem solved. All right, good.
Looks good doing it.
It all makes sense.
Did you actually?
It was a grand fucking vision. I don't know that one's gonna get better for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and mark that a keeper.
So I'd say there's 3 there that I don't think we're going to improve on.
Yeah, I have 3 listed as keepers. Christopher Lee, Come On Let's Rock, and Miracle Ear.
Yeah. And the rest are totally serviceable.
Except Man of Science, which is a do-over, because I don't know how many lines are in my own song.
Okay.
Business Casual is listed as not bad.
I think we have more usable takes than you guys give us credit for. Or I should say, we're probably going to end up using more of those takes than I think you're going to, than you will admit when we get here tomorrow and we're like, it's good enough. Most of them were good, though. I mean, and the 2 hard songs, at least for me, ended up being fine. So, there we go.
Oh, it's so nice to come in and just play instead of fuck with everything for 10 hours. It seems like 10 hours. All right.
ward off evil spirits? That weird chicken thing they have hanging? What the hell is that? It is positioned right over you, Chris. I've noticed.
The evil spirits.
Better than the last one, but I had a couple parts where
I noticed there was one where it kind of dropped for us, like a second.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, did you hear that? Okay. Oh.
I was just like, did you put that?
We've completed the tracking of the drums, which is celebrated with the unmiking of the drums. And then we're going to move on to loud guitar stuff that will be easier to do here than other places. We did, 5 songs today?
I think so. All were keepers, I believe.
Yeah, I think we had 3 keepers from yesterday. Everything else was a maybe, or a very maybe. And then we went back to those 5 today and knocked them out. It's 2 o'clock, 2:20. So we're good. A couple hours of that and a couple hours of actual tracking yesterday and 5 hours of tearing our hair out trying to solve stupid problems like how do I turn on the lights and why are all the lights blue?
How do I get the headphones to work? Yeah.
Where are the goddamn crystals? So, yeah. So today's been pretty productive so far. There are mistakes, as there always are. But nothing that a little cutting and pasting can't solve.
Or shaker.
Or overdubbing more feedback. And some shaker.
Chris, I set the crystal on the quilter. I figured you'd want that energy.
I can already hear the difference. Sweeter. Maybe a little more upper mid. And certainly a more healing vibe in general.
For sure, yeah. Hey, Chris, do you think this qualifies as noise rock?
Practically jazz.
the two of you should be very proud of your development as musicians. Because
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I want to get this. Wait.
it's my
Hold on.
most emotional moment.
You were Dan. I go ahead. Give me this one again.
So much less sincere than the camera.
Yeah. Say it to the camera.
It's the unplanned moments that are the most authentic. No, I was going to say that I think the two of you should both be very proud of your development as musicians. In particular, I think that you have both become exceptionally good at overdubbing and accentuating and adding to parts and adding new like complexities, tonal and otherwise. For me, the part where you guys are doing overdubs is actually probably my favorite part of recording, because it's like the part where I'm just like, it makes it better, more, make it more better every time. I know Chris probably still doesn't like this part, but I think this is my favorite part, in part because I also don't have to do much of anything other than going like, yeah, get it, fucking go. But yeah,
I don't think I did as many overdubs on this album as last one for sure, because I played guitar on that last record for like what, 2.5 songs maybe.
overdubbing's not done.
Yeah, it's true. It's not done yet. Maybe I'll come up with something. I don't really have anything else. I'm letting Chris do the guitar on this one. I got nothing. So day 2 wrapped up. Got all the basics, and I set up a bunch of crystals earlier to suck up some of that negative.
I felt healed.
Yeah, you felt healed.
I felt healed.
You know, to soak up some of that possibly negative energy that we've been known to give out, and I think it worked. Cause look at what Dan just said. He said something so positive.
That's
it was
right.
weird. It was weird. It was a moment, Dan.
It was a moment.
It was a moment. We had a moment.
Next for recording is make some rough mixes so everyone can reference them and figure out what other ideas we have. The other things we need to do are finish doubling up a few guitar parts, the chimey bits in Rights Refused, lots of dumb percussion overdubs, and then vocals, which is everybody's least favorite part.
I don't have to do that part. I never do that part.
I was going to rope you into singing on that last song.
Which one?
Come on, let's rock. I'll teach you the words.
I could do that. Jury, you. I'm gonna say you found the lights at the end of the recording here.
I closed the door, and next to the front door, through a couple other doors, there's a little thing that says overhead lights. And so I switched it.
And we never saw it.
Overhead lights.
We never saw it until now.
Well, you could have been working on it, Eric.
I'm sorry.
You could have been in charge of that.
I would like to point out for the record, it was too goddamn dark to find the light switch that turns on the lights. We were
Great.
only here for what, 10 years?
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
So you're writing down your song lyrics.
I am.
Who'd you rip off this time?
Well, let's see. I pinched a line from Husker Du. I rip off the line "New Day Rising" from
Okay.
Husker Du, and ripped off the line "Like the Sun on the Horizon" from Uncle Tupelo, and then the line "Control Your Field" from Strap Hanger.
Right,
all,
right.
all in one song. And in the song Crystal Crystal, I ripped off a line from The Clean. I think that's it.
Any Simpsons references this time?
No, I was just going to tell Chris, I thought his lyric was "Rising." And I was like, it's kind of a Who thing maybe? But like, I never quite have worked it out. This is the time when every one of us gets to figure out what the others are saying.
Oh yeah. I never know what you guys are saying until I hear the albums sometimes, and I'm like, "That's what you were singing?"
Mm-hmm. It's only through like demoing and actually recording the album that we figure out what each other is actually playing.
For sure. I was playing a song completely wrong until I listened to the demo, which must have been hilarious to listen to us play it live. But
For months.
for months.
There's cake in the break room! Morale's never been so high! So high! There's cake in the break room! When you go to shit, that shit's 2-ply! 2-ply!
I hope that's dumb enough.
I think that'll be dumb enough.
Okay.
Would you mind if I took a quick crack into the backing vocals on the So High and 2-ply?
Please do. Please.
I think that would increase the dumbness quotient a little bit.
Yes.
So high! 2-ply! I was a little flat on the second one.
Have we ever done vocals more than once?
It did well. Okay, the last that on one of the 1 in a Million songs, there was one that I redid 3 times, I think. The genesis for this came, this is where you cut the footage from last time in, where we were like, no, it's a character study. It's the guy from 1 in a Million. He's back. He's got some thoughts on cancel culture and critical race theory and fucking, all this other shit. So,
1 in a Million guy didn't make the cut this album.
1 in a Million guys, currently not putting out a lot of material per his lawyer's request. He's facing some January 6th stuff. And, it's all bullshit charges trumped up by the deep state. But,
Sure. I mean, the FBI was behind it anyways,
his
right?
lawyer says he should just kind of keep it cool. He's doing some stuff he's got a burner account on Truth Social, but he doesn't really do a lot of songwriting these days.
I just got into the process of writing out all my lyrics. And for some reason I felt determined to write out my lyrics for Miracle Year, which is literally that.
Do you think you might forget it? Is that what you were saying?
I might.
I can stand over here, do this, do the little bouncy,
That would kind of be nice. That would be nice.
bouncy.
I would like you to do that. Yes, Eric.
What's that? What's that? What's that? What you saying to me? What's that? What's that? What's that? What you saying to me?
Are you sure you got that lyric right, Chris?
I missed a line. Second verse.
At the end?
No. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
There was nothing to miss.
I would have missed it.
What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that?
I had a question for you.
What's that?
So, God damn you. The Down Deeper came back there for a little bit, I heard.
Yeah, that probably is not going to stay in, but I was just like, it's hard to resist doing dumb shit on a microphone when it's put in front of you.
Yeah.
Chris doesn't have that problem. What do you?
That is not true. You heard the entire
lyrics? Like,
yeah. Like, you heard what I started with. The source material is corrupt from the beginning.
New day rising! Sun on the horizon! Basement on 10! Can't let them win! New day rising! Sun on the horizon! Control your field! No, they can't deal!
Chris, what's that song about?
Hating sound guys.
Yeah.
That song is about hating sound guys.
What experiences do you have with some sound people besides the fist thing, which we've already covered?
I have infinite number of from getting mad because they have put their chords all over the stage with no way to stand, but then get mad when you stand on their chords, to just you're too loud. We need you to do X. We need you to do Y. So had a good run. We've dealt with some outstanding sound people, but
Those aren't the ones you ever remember, though. It's always the bad ones.
yeah, it's a lot of shitheads in that field. What can you do?
Write a song about them. That's what you can do.
Yeah, that 7 people will hear. And that'll leach them.
You showed them, though. Chris, you're going to use acoustic on a song? Theoretically, we'll see how it goes.
I'm gonna some ill-advised acoustic guitar on this.
And you built this guitar.
Yes, this is the first acoustic I ever built, and I am not wowed by my own workmanship.
But you're just gonna lay it down for guitar. Why not?
It sounds fine. I don't know how much of that is usable, if any, but...
Sunshine daydream! Sunshine daydream! Light out singing, I'll walk you in the morning. Sunshine! Sunshine daydream! Sunshine daydream! Sunshine daydream! Street walking cheetah with a heart full of napalm. Sunshine! Sunshine daydream! Sunshine daydream! Sunshine daydream! You drink, you never got a reason. Sunshine! Living it up when I'm going down!
I once got busy in the Burger King bathroom. Sunshine!
Sunshine daydream! No more the crap rolls out your mouth again. Sunshine! Sunshine daydream! Give me something to stop the bleeding! Sunshine! Ah! Woo! Ah! If only we could fly! It's like Dylan, Chris.
Yeah.
If Dylan just copied everybody else's, which he did, I think it's pretty much just what he got.
No, that's exactly what he did. Turns out.
Sunshine daydream!
I'll put all the other shit back on. So, Dan, you add an effect to this song.
I was playing around with an effect because I thought, hey, you had said you should find some stupid effect. I was like, okay, I found a stupid effect.
When are you gonna put the stupid one on there?
Yeah, it's like, game on. Oh, Eric, you said stupid effect. Well, I have your stupid effect here.
I don't know, man. I'm sold.
I mean, and we're using it.
Just this track. I think we don't need the other drum tracks. This kind of carries it.
Speaking of dumb effects, you put a stupid effect on this song, am I right? That we're keeping, that we're going to use, by the way. Right?
You said one stupid effect? There's a stupid effect on the guitar, the verse guitar, the sort of jangly verse guitar. Not the one you can hear, but the one that you now really can't hear, except that you, in headphones, you're just going to be like, what?
Well, what does it sound like? Here, play it.
Here, hold on a second.
Give,
Which one?
give us some of this.
Let me see which one is it. Let's see. So it's a stereo phaser, like an auto pan stereo phaser?
We got a phase, we got a pan.
Mm-hmm. So it's phasing and panning at the same time.
It's a flying pan.
Yes. It is. It's that fact. We built that pedal. You could do this every song.
Live. All the time.
Hey, Dan, what's this organ effect you put in there?
It's not repetitive. That's the thing that saves it.
Well, what inspired this choice?
There's this band called the Grateful Dead. This is my Pigpen part. That's selling Pigpen short. Pigpen would never play something this bad. I'm trying to break into this new noise thing. I got myself a folding table and a laptop, and I'm just going to become a kind of noise performer. Mm-hmm. So I got this kit and built it. It's called the Nandemonium, and it's like 6 oscillators, and there's a delay thing, and then there's these like strips where you can control the pitch or something of the delay. It's very hard to tell exactly what it's doing except making a lot of noise. And so I decided I would put it on this song because there's a noise thing at the end. And you can hear me kind of like playing around with things. Tuneless, just like my singing. And then I figured out that I could make it get louder and louder with some these like touch strip things. And so I was like, oh, we can have it build up. And that's exactly what it does. It's actually the delay that's building up. Well, I put distortion on apparently because it wasn't distorted enough.
Because why not? Yeah.
Synth Pulse Dirt is apparently the name of that setting.
Sensible. Sensible.
Chris, do you ever do that and think, that's too much?
Every time.
Are either of you playing parts at this point?
I'm doing a rhythmic part on my bass. You can isolate it if you want to hear what it sounds like. Oh, I was. I was earlier. I was thinking that the idea being that it would be, or I think you had brought up, that we want it to get so loud at the end that someone's about to skip, just be like, that's it, I can't handle, I'm going to skip the song, and then by the time they're about to, see, I love how I'm like, they're pressing a disc man. Okay, whatever they're listening to.
Are they going to fast forward on the tape?
They fast forward on the cassette, like that. No, but whatever they're using, they're like, okay, that's it, I can't take it, and then it's going to just stop. Here's your gift for another job well done.
All right.
Take one guess what this is.
So normally this would be a CD of some kind. Past entries have been Chinese Democracy, the Weezer album that looks like a clip art collection,
2 Weezer albums.
the Covers one,
Yep.
and Van Weezer.
Yeah.
And then was there a Van Halen album in there? Like
I think I got you the new Van Halen album. Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, so normally
And
a CD.
Angel Dust,
Yes.
deluxe version of Angel Dust, and I think the very first one was the Metallica album,
Saint Anger.
Saint Anger. So go for it.
Anyway.
Any guesses? No
Well,
guesses?
it doesn't seem to be a CD unless it's very floppy. So, I mean, I'll just. But is it a Mr. Bungle shirt? Because that's.
Yes.
That was on my Christmas list. I never get what I want. Oh my God! Somebody finally did it. How did James Burns let this happen before he could get this contract?
It's almost exclusively just about Cop Killer.
Oh, okay, sure. So there's not like Chapter 7, Evil Dick, Chapter 8, KKK Bitch.
You're not getting any more insight into KKK Bitch. I had an epiphany while I was reading this. Why have we never had a Jello Biafra and Body Count album? That seems like something that would have happened in the 90s.
I don't think you could ever do a proper like Jello Biafra fronting Body Count because the only one in that band anyone gives a shit about is Ice-T, and then that would mean
Sure.
Ice-T is what? Got a tambourine?
That's doing a disservice to Moose Man?
I am guilty of Beatmaster V erasure on this one.
I'm going to say, they have a part in there where they talk about Beatmaster V's drumming ability.
Good.
And I actually highlighted it and sent it to James Burns. I was like, even in the 33 and a third that someone wrote about this, they talk about him being possibly the weakest link in this band.
Possibly the weakest link.
I went back and I don't have the Body Count album. I actually have it on cassette with Cop Killer. Mm-hmm. And I should eBay that shit. And I went back and I listened to Original Gangster, which album's pretty damn good.
Yes.
And it has that song
Yes,
on it.
it
And
does.
even to this day, when that drum solo comes up, I still... Nobody said anything. I found out why. They made the album. They self-produced it. And I think recorded it. So that's why it sounds not so good. I'm not going to... he's not the worst either. Like, that's not the worst thing. Like, the guitar playing's not very good either.
No, it's very rudimentary. It sounds like a high school band, like a band of my high school friends or
It's
whatever.
not very good.
Oh, God damn it.
All right, well, anyways, there you are.
Thank you, sir. Wow. I can't believe this came out and I had not heard of it.
Live it up while I'm going down!
You drink, you never got a reason. Sunshine day drink. I once got busy in the Burger King bathroom. Sunshine.
Fiber slap. I was a little reserved, but